Kreepers! What's up, you guys? It's Clear Ski, and I'm back. How the heck are ya? So today I am back creeping like usual, but I'm in a kind of a part of town I don't really get to much. I'm in the North Portland area. That's right, I'm coming to you guys from the Mississippi area right here in North Portland. And if you guys can see behind me, this little mural here, kind of like graffiti artwork really, but yeah, the whole neighborhood from here to basically the interstate is covered in little shops, really cool artwork, and then also there was a movie that was shot here just right down the block at a couple locations. One was the iconic water tower, big green water tower that's here in North Prescott, right off of Mississippi Avenue, and another filming location is literally right down the block. But I kind of wanted to start today's vlog with just some of these cool art pieces that are around Portland. If you guys can see, this looks like some honeybees going into like a heart or something here. Pretty cool right from the get-go. And then literally if you just pan over to the left here, there's another tremendously cool mural right here. And the entire like neighborhood is really artsy. A lot of little ma and pa shops, but very cool. And I love that Portland has established over the years such an amazing art scene, with local artists being able to produce their work and basically showcase it on these businesses. And a lot of these businesses are smart to go ahead and let people basically do their murals and whatnot. It keeps away from other, you know, graffiti and things that they may not want. But if you guys can see right here, this building's done, this little garage door's done, the entire neighborhood's decked out with like little street art stickers, but pretty cool. But that's something that I wanted to bring you guys to today. But really what I wanted to show you was just literally right down the block. If you guys can see, this little coffee shop is all decked out too with some sweet murals. But what I wanted to show you guys is just right down here, and that is the filming location to a brand new Disney series on Disney Plus called Timmy Failure. That's right, Timmy Failure is a detective here in Portland, a little kid, and he's got his little tag-along polar bear. Well, I shouldn't say little, he's massive. A massive polar bear, and he runs a detective agency here in Portland. And I basically just caught the little segment of the clip that actually Disney released for the actual preview for the show. So it looks amazing, and I just love the fact that it was shot here in Portland. Not to mention showcasing a lot of the food carts and just like iconic shots of Portland. But if you're like me and love Portland, it's right up my alley. So we've crept over this way before in the past to check out a kind of a Star Wars feature called Plastorm, which is the robot alley here in Portland. So I'm familiar with the neighborhood a little bit, but I had kind of a problem trying to find the actual location, but I did find it, so that's cool. And it's literally just right over here. So if you guys saw in the thumbnail the little screenshot that I used from the actual series, that's Timmy Failure and his big polar bear. And I can't think of the polar bear's name offhand. I know I kind of did my homework, not as good as I'd like to on some of these, but it just dropped, I believe, this week. Like I said, Disney showed the first premiere not too long ago. So we're gonna creep down here and check out one of the actual filming locations that I actually used to in the thumbnail. So if you guys haven't, you're definitely gonna wanna creep over to the Disney Channel or one of their YouTube pages. You can basically just find it if you type in Timmy Failure. But it's got a cast of incredibly awesome people, not to mention one of my favorite comedians slash actors, and you guys might be familiar with him from The Office, but that's Mr. Craig Robinson, and super hilarious. I believe he plays like maybe a principal character. But we get little tidbits of Portland in the clip, in the little like 2-minute preview that they released. including the naked bike ride that they do here every year in Portland in the summer, which I think is hilarious. And then other like locations around town, like a couple food carts and stuff. But they started production here last year, and like I said, it's just now starting to make its rounds on the Disney Plus. So I think it's incredible too that, if you guys don't know, Walt Disney has a huge tie to Portland. His family were actually born, or not born and raised here, but lived here for many years, just right in southeast Portland. And we vlogged their house. Walt Disney's sister, Ruth Flora Beecher's buried here as well. So a lot of people from Oregon in general went to work for Walt Disney, so there's always been a huge tie here to Portland. But if you guys can see, just right up here, right off of Brothwick and Northeast Prescott, is this little house here. And right here they've got this little kind of like chalkboard-esque style "Before I Die" kind of like board. You write in maybe some things that you want to accomplish or whatnot. But if you guys can see, basically right here in the thumbnail would have been Timmy walking along the lines here with his polar bear, and they literally passed the Prescott sign here, which you can see this entire clip here, and then make their way up the street. And the name of his detective company is called Failure Inc. So hence Timmy Failure. And I'll leave a little bit more of tidbits of information, but if you guys can see, this is it right here. Timmy walked across here, and also in the movie you see that he's got a Segway that was, I believe, his mother's, and he's basically on a mission to find it and get it back, not to mention doing his own homework or his own detective work. At one point he says, "I don't work hand to hand with the Portland police," and they show him kind of grilling a police officer as they go by to kind of see what he's up to. But just very cool. And like I said, basically Wikipedia listed as an 11-year-old boy named Timmy Failure believes that he's the best detective in towns. He runs the agency called, it's called Total Failure Inc. with his partner, a 1,500-pound polar bear, Rollo Tukas. So just a handful of incredibly awesome actors and actresses. So I'm excited to see the actual show. Like I said, I just saw the preview not too long ago and realized that it was shot here in Portland, and they actually used some of these houses as well. You can see a lot of these homes in the background and whatnot. But apparently right around here as well is where they have one of the water towers. I believe it's the Albino water tower, but it's a giant green water tower that you can see a lot of the shots in the movie. But like I said, this neighborhood is just super artsy. Looks like they got a little skate box here, all decked out too. But I just love this neighborhood, and I love the fact that they chose Portland for one of the locations. But that's gonna do it. I kind of wanted to just keep this short, and as I see more of the show itself, I'll basically take you guys back to other filming locations that they used around Portland. But how cool is that it's just right here in this awesome, beautiful, kind of artsy, well, not kind of, it's very artsy, North Portland. So if you guys can see, they've got some kind of little like shed or something, as well as with a bunch more of those "Before I Die" signs. But it gives you something to think about, and like I said, it's definitely used in the screenshot for the thumbnail for Timmy Failure. So pretty awesome, pretty awesome. So I want to thank you guys as always for tuning in, and you guys can go ahead and hit that thumbs up now. And like I said, I'll definitely take you guys to some more of the locations that they use, but I just kind of wanted to show you that place as well, and some of just the little art around the North Portland, Mississippi, Prescott area. So I love you guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. And with that being said, make sure you guys ring that bell. That way when I creep, you guys will be the first to creep. But until then, I love you guys very much. Creeper out for now. Make sure you guys go and check out that Timmy Failure preview. It's really funny. A lot of good actors. Love you guys. Creeper out for now. Peace.